Okay, I'm shooting this on Thursday before I go shopping on Friday. I'm just going to explain what I'm doing. A lot of people are doing a 30-day vegan challenge. I'm doing like a paleo/vegan challenge, but because of my type 1 diabetes, I have a overeating disorder, kind of like an autistic kid does, but I'm trying to fight it, and I'm trying to figure out what nutrients my body needs and stuff like that. So far I've made some recipes out of this with the cheese, and some recipes I couldn't tolerate and some I could. I have a hard time finding, like, making certain stuff like the yogurt. I had a hard time with the yogurt. Cheese was really good in this one, but I have a hard time, like, buying cheeses that are vegan or making, like, you know, some of the prices on them. But I want to see if I can make more of these. I'm going to buy some yogurt because it's not hard to buy yogurt cheap anymore because it's expensive, including the nut-free ones. I made some recipes out of this one. I did not like the walnut meat too much. I still have the marked pages for when I quit using these books. I'm going to eventually start using these books again. This one I barely used, I think. It's another one of the same author as that one. And I have this one. I've cooked a couple recipes out of it. This one I had a vegan by Lauren Toyota. She was the first vegan I followed online. Because my sugars bounce sometimes when I overeat and stuff. I try not to do that anyways, but I'm trying to figure out what foods don't make my sugars bounce, and then I can kind of get away with eating them a lot. Not like chips or anything, but like vegetables, because I can control my chip eating. Like, I'll eat like 1 to 2 servings a day, and I'll call it quits. If I don't want to eat chips, I won't eat chips, but I've been eating them in my chicken-based stuff. And I've had her nacho cheese is pretty good and stuff. She had another book. I don't know if she had any more after this when I quit eating them. I made a couple things in this one. She has, like, in this one I had like a vegan mushroom bacon mac and cheese. That one I actually liked because I usually don't like mushrooms unless they're in stroganoff. The new book I got Wednesday, which was yesterday on the 30th of November. And I basically bought this one. She was talking about adding umami flavors and stuff, and I could take some tips off her thing. I can't promise I'll eat everything out of here, because like the rest of those, I'm very picky with eatings, but I'll try new foods and try small batches of, but if anything's coleslaw, I won't eat it. But she has a recipe in here, but this has grits. And the grits I obviously can't eat, because I think they're wheat, because it has to be gluten-free with me. So I'm going to try and train myself, and not just these. I also got tons of recipes. Like, I have a bunch of vegan cheeses and stuff. It's kind of like some of them I made and stuff like that. Like, I have this folder, this binder I made vegan cheese milks. I never made any meats, but I found a recipe from Tabitha Brown, I think her name is. She makes a pecan taco meat recipe. You can make meats out of mushrooms. I learned that from Sweet Potato Soul. I've been getting ideas off of her. And I got sauces, dips, and toppings, glazes for desserts and stuff like that. I also got a vegan dessert. Like, some of these I haven't even cooked yet. But, like, I got, like, besides that red binder I have vegan desserts. And I haven't cooked much of those lately. Mostly trying to concentrate on the healthy stuff, because they tell you not to eat so much of this and that. And I also got my vegan food one where I did some of them. I'll be getting some tofu because I want to make that tofu French toast. Alright, well, I'll post this video before my food video once I go shopping tomorrow. It is December 2nd. It is time for my econo food haul first. I got 2 big bags of grapefruit. This one actually had, I think, 1 more than that one. So this one had 7 and that one had 6. I think they both should have had it for 7 something a piece. Got some black grapes. I wasn't planning on buying mushrooms, but I thought, because I remembered Sweet Potato Soul showed a video that you can make vegan meat out of this, so I thought I'd try it. I need a red onion for a vegan recipe that I'm going to practice with vegan foods. Like I said, I'm not going to go cold turkey in 1 month. I got to train myself what cheeses I like, stuff like that. I figured it'd be a better idea. Got some spices I needed. I needed chicken spice. And I needed some cream of tartar, pumpkin pie spice, and some extra poultry seasoning to make vegetables like that taste like meat and stuff. I got cantaloupe for Rosie, a big one. I'm going to have to cut that and freeze it because I realize the cantaloupes do go bad and start molding quickly. So now I'm starting to chop these, take the seeds out and everything, of course. And even though I'm growing a cantaloupe plant in my house, I'm practicing a growing gardening stuff. I got some Dijon mustard. I think that was for a vegan recipe. I got some Soft tofu, I'm going to try and see, maybe I'll just do that vegan. I'll make the vegan bread in my bread maker, and I'll have to make 2 or 3 loaves of bread, and then I'll make a French toast because I like that recipe when I taste tested that. I don't normally buy miso. They have white miso and they have red miso. I know people would say, oh, probably get both, but the problem is I don't know what I like with miso. So this is going to be a challenge because you got to watch this stuff. What you do is you take it out of the plastic container, because I think that's what makes it mold fast, like kind of sour, you do with sour cream and dairy products, and you put it in a jar. I think it'll last longer. I don't know how long that would last in a jar, though. I'm going to taste test and practice. I know there's some vegan cheeses that call for it. I found out these are vegan, the cauliflower. Not everything's going to be vegan in both my hauls. I'm going to just have some meats and some cheeses, normal stuff. I got 3 cauliflower. They only had the panini. They did not have the other stuff. I had a couple seaweed chips from my last month haul, so I like these ones so far. These are the ones, I had 1 package of these I ate before eating the other ones. I found out I like the avocado oil ones better. And I ended up shopping backwards, where I did Walmart first, but I'm just going to do it the order I normally shop in. And when I do my hauls, I start with Econo. This is the last store I went to, but I'm just posting it first because that's just the way I like to do it. I need 2 cannellini beans. This is for a meat recipe. It's for and I'm going to practice making meat-free recipes when I soon find out what homemade meats I like to do besides buying the packaged ones. I got 4 of these, no salt added, diced tomatoes. I grabbed 4 of them because you never know when you need them. Rosie needs an extra emergency sun nut butter for her food because hers is vegan. There's no meat in her food because I don't know what the heck she's allergic to. She scratches no matter what. But her itching went down a little bit when I switched her food. I think the weather might be affecting her. She might have arthritis or something. I got 3 of these cheeses. Only 2 of them count for the ibotta thing, so I put this one on the non-ibotta side. I thought this was an ibotta item, but they want the 6.1, but apparently they should have counted that one too. The only ibotta items, I never found the Just Egg in any store but Econo, so I basically got that. And only 2 of the Follow Your Heart shredded cheeses, the 8-ounce bags. It didn't say what kind you had to get, but only 2 of these will count. That third one's not going to count, but I wanted to buy 3 because I still got some vegan cheese left, but I'm just stocking up on it so I could practice more vegan cheese. And I'm keeping it in the freezer like I do with my dairy cheese and stuff like that. I will be back with my Walmart haul. Okay, here's my Walmart haul. I got the wild blend rice. My dad told me it was wild rice when he was alive. I just call it wild rice. Otherwise, I decided to get some stock up on dried beans while I use canned beans as well and stuff like that. I got small red beans. I'd never heard of these beans. They're called Makeena, I think, because that's how you pronounce it. I got 2 chickpeas dried and Great Northern beans. I'll eventually get more beans that are different one varieties. Maybe I'll get some of the same and stock up on them so I have them on hand and I don't have to go buy canned beans unless I feel like being lazy, I guess. But not trying to be. And yay, they had the cheap raisins in the haul. Because I thought they were to be out when I went there. We had to go shopping at Walmart first, but like I said, I just like to keep it in the order that I like to, put my food haul on. So I started with the second one, not a big deal. Got some country crock butter, only needed 1. And I know a lot of vegans say that honey isn't vegan, but some vegans eat it and they call it vegan, so whatever. I mean, if somebody were at my house and they were vegan, I wouldn't put honey in their food because I know that's not their code, so they use maple syrup in place of that. And I think they make a vegan honey too. This is just a normal honey, so I'll be the honey type vegan because I gotta put my sugars up or bottom me out badly. I ate a couple of vegan dishes, my sugars dropped, and I'd eat honey besides glucose tablets, which I have in this haul too. Yes, I got 3 pounds of meat. I'm not gonna eat my meat up till it's gone. I'm just gonna basically keep it stocked up so then when I'm done doing vegan, and if I have to do meat with the vegan diet, I'll try to keep it in small portions. Maybe that would work. I've done that and lost weight too. I'm trying to see if I can do a 30 elimination diet, if that's possible. I only got 1 sour cream. I decided not to buy too much of those because I still have 1 or 2 in the fridge. I think one of them's open. I need more classic guacamole because I have my regular chicken enchilada bowl recipe in there, and I needed more of that for that. I got 2 Gardeins grounds. I still got some vegan meat in my freezer that I haven't eaten yet, but I've done some of it with recipes. I got 2 of these just to keep them in stock. Now, instead of buying normal glucose tablets, I decided to buy these ones that are sugar candy ones. Hopefully they work better than the normal ones, because my sugars have been like really getting low. Because I've been walking like an hour and 25 or 30 minutes. One day I walked in the basement. I got some lightly salted pistachios. I don't buy these too often because I have an overeating disorder. I'm not trying to overeat those. Rosie's beans, 3 pinto and 3 navy. Those are Rosie's. Instead of buying Rosie frozen vegetables, because they've jacked up the price a little bit. It's really unfair when they do that at Walmart. Like I say, they just, ever since the panic shopping, they have to be selfish, whatever. So I got 3 cans of peas and 3 cans of carrots for Rosie. I got some extra stevia because I know I still have a bag of stevia that I got open, but I need a backup bag like everyone else needs their, sugars. And I also got an extra bag of sugar, coconut sugar. And I got some almond flour because I need a little extra bag of that. The big one was about 10 or 20 bucks. I decided to just get the little one, the small one, the 2-pound one. I got 2 of the vegan chocolate chips. I still have one unopened one in my fridge. Now the ibotta items are going to be 10 of the ice drinks. Most of them are going to be the blackberry one. That's my favorite, or my black raspberry one's my favorite. I got 2 of these. I got the cookie dough one. I've had both of these. My favorite, really favorite one would be the snickerdoodle, but I haven't had cookie dough in a while, so I got that. I eat it a little spoon at a time. I normally get this from Econo. It was $7 at Econo, and I looked at the app. I had to look at the cashback item. This was actually cheaper at Walmart. Surprise, surprise. Some things are cheap at Walmart, I guess. I also got these 2 chocolate bars. I normally just make my own so I can control the sugar content in it, pretty much so. And I also got 3 silk almond milks. I'm thinking of trying to take Miyoko Shiner's book and maybe try to make some cashew yogurt once in a while. I won't use soy milk. I'm going to see if I can do it with almond milk and see if that changes or whatever. I got a yogurt machine for that. I got 2 Beyond Meats, the teriyaki. I normally don't do hot and spicy because I'm a little, I'm not trying to say I'm scared of hot foods. I like nacho cheese, but hopefully that's not too hot for me to handle. And the first time I ever seen the cauliflower hash browns, and yay, they're gluten-free. I never seen these in Walmart. They finally had them. It's a miracle. And basically, I thought these 2 were ibotta items. These 2 were ibotta items the day before, but it looks like the ibotta people shut this cashback app on these Yogi 16 tea bags, or unless this is a fetch item and I mistook it for an ibotta item. But I know I saw it on ibotta not too long ago, so it might be a fetch item too. So, anyways, I got those. I decided to get the turmeric ones. Because turmeric's supposed to be good for you, and I do have a turmeric creamer that I got from a friend. This ain't part of the haul, but it's a creamer for your coffee or tea or whatever, and I'm going to try and incorporate that. Maybe it'll help me lose some weight too when I'm trying to do a 30-day vegan diet. I only got 1 of these. I saw a lady make chips out of these without using oil and baking them in the oven. When she was making a vegan cheese sauce out of vegetables or whatever. I'm going to watch her video again, see how she did it with these almond flour ones. I don't know if you can do that with cassavas. And the last cashback item is not ibotta based, which sucks, but at least it was a fetch one, so I got a big 18 pack of bars, because like I said, my sugars have been skyrocketing low. Anyways, I'll post what I earned from the apps I'm using. I